Greetings and gratitude, and welcome back to my channel. Let us now invite in the Council of 13 to deliver of the message they deem as necessity for you at this time. Peace cannot be given. Peace cannot be received. Peace is strictly that of a state of being. When that within your surrounding is causing chaos amongst your thought process, peace cannot be had. Peace does not mean that you ignore. Peace does not mean that you can't admit that chaos exists. Peace is strictly that where you are able to attain amongst the distraction that exists within your surrounding. Humanity places emphasis on the non-value, that for which holds of no worth within the eternal existence. In order to attain peace amongst the current circumstance with which is of earth, you must begin to detach from the illusion that's being presented. The presentation for which you are accustomed is such where the powers that be want to keep you stuck in a state of confusion. Confusion is strictly used as distraction so that they can gain and attain more than that of another. When you recognize that nonsensical action is of the human, you know that the soul is not guiding in the earthly endeavor. The relationship between body and soul is to recognize that solution exists for all endeavor. Solution is gifted by that of your higher self, not of the ego for which you display here on earth, but rather of the home consciousness for which you are able to attune. The only way in which to attune to the voice of your soul is to remove of the distraction that's keeping you stuck within the cycle of sameness. Humanity has been stuck in this pattern for centuries, attaching and subscribing to an idea that in fact does not exist. Spirit does not hold understanding of gifting your own power over that to another to determine and dictate the way in which you maneuver. However, that is what has been created. All that exists today has been manifested by you, by all, by that of humanity. But that means that you have the opportunity to do different, to be different, to make different. It means that you are able to remove and release, to detach, to begin again. Humanity's only way forward is to start anew. We must begin again knowing that each and every piece of creation holds of the inherent worth and value of all. For we are as one. We as a collective make up that of the one God consciousness. The ego is such where it has determined that wealth and value come from outside circumstance. But that couldn't be further from truth. To hoard of the vast fortunes, all in the sake because you can, is of the nonsensical nature that humanity succumbs. When in fact we know that if it was spread amongst the entirety, we wouldn't be in the place for which we currently find ourselves. If you believe that to incite peace, you must use an act of violence, that couldn't be further from truth. To utilize violent action to gain of a loving heart is of impossibility. Those in perceived power are determining for the majority how we are able to move forward. And that must cease. You must recognize that the words for which they speak are of untruth, are meant to keep you paralyzed in your own decision making. At this time, you must turn inward. You must begin to perceive differently. You must call in that of your higher self. To determine and know that you are inherently worthy and valuable in and of itself. And through this act, you are able to detach from the former versions of self for which no longer serve your best and highest good. Once you detach, you are able to begin to hear the voice of your soul. Your soul will act as compass in order to guide within daily occurrence, gift of solution for all endeavor. This is our way forward. This is the way of the new humanity. We must break free from the chaos to gain freedom within our own understanding and ideology that we hold the power within ourselves to align to peace everlasting amongst the chaos in our surrounding. We ask this in remembrance of who you are and where you come, and we welcome you into the new humanity. You are love personified from the spiritual realm. In gratitude, I gift and receive infinite, unconditional love to and from you, always and forever.